You've felt it before, haven't you? The quiet knowing that the life you inhabit now is not accidental, but an act of profound, intentional courage. You are remembering the time before you chose to descend. You look into the records, into the deepest states of consciousness, and you perceive the planetary status. The Earth is in peril. You sense the very fabric of its existence straining against a psychic, overwhelming weight. The threat you perceive is not from a sudden event, but from a slow, agonizing vibrational drowning. You feel the accumulated density of negative emotion, the endless loops of unresolved karma, the crippling weight of fear, and the perpetual conflict driven by separation that has collected into a psychic sludge. This collective negativity has become a gravitational drag, threatening to collapse the planet's consciousness, preventing its natural ascension into the new Earth or the fifth dimension, 5D. You see that humanity is caught in a deep, self-perpetuating karmic trap, recycling the same heavy lessons endlessly. Souls return life after life, ensnared in cycles of duality and debt, unable to collectively break the pattern of self-destruction and fear, delaying the planet's destined evolution. This pervasive stagnation holds the entire planetary consciousness hostage, delaying its spiritual graduation. You know this planet, which was meant to be a simple schoolroom for souls, has become a prison of repetition. The gravity of this situation is not isolated. It is a global crisis viewed by the great oversouls and custodians of the universe. Your soul understands that the Earth's potential destruction is a concern for other planets and universes. This triggers a profound call for aid that echoes across all dimensional barriers. You must remember that direct external intervention is forbidden due to the absolute law of free will on Earth. Therefore, the solution must come from within the human drama. The call is not for external saviors, but for light bringers wielding frequency. Souls who can voluntarily incarnate and anchor a higher, purer vibration simply by their presence and subsequent awakening. They sought souls who have either completed the Earth cycle and ascended, or, crucially, souls who have never been trapped in the heavy wheel of Earth's karma, entities of high dimensional origin, possessing a pure, unadulterated vibration. You are one of those souls. These starseeds and custodians are asked to willingly descend into the most challenging environment in the known universe. The volunteers are given a simple yet impossibly courageous contract to hold and anchor the necessary light to facilitate the transition. Your choice to be here now is the fulfillment of that selfless pact. The volunteers become the custodians of this transition, acting as the energetic infrastructure that will allow the two realities, the old, dense Earth and the ascended new Earth, to separate. You are now accessing the core mechanics of your incarnation, the reason why you volunteered to be here now. This is the truth of your function as an anchor and a catalyst for the planet's ascension. First, understand the profound significance of your mere presence in a physical body. Your consciousness, originating from realms of higher frequency, acts as a global tuning fork. When you chose to descend, you brought an unadulterated, higher vibrational frequency with you, inserting it directly into the density of the 3D reality. Your physical body, composed of the planet's own elements, is now infused with this purer energy, causing it to automatically and continually raise the planet's baseline vibration. This process is subtle and constant, counteracting the psychic sludge, the negative emotional density that threatens to collapse the Earth's consciousness. You are achieving this mission simply by existing in your current form. It is a continuous subconscious infusion of light that strengthens the planetary energy field. This function is critical because it provides the essential balance that allows the native Earth population to begin their own awakening. Your sustained, quiet vibration makes the energy shift less traumatic for those still steeped in the karmic trap cycles. Without this preliminary anchoring, the planet's vibrational surge would be too jarring, potentially leading to mass psychological imbalance or psychosis in the native populace. Your life, every conscious choice you make for peace, love, or personal evolution contributes directly and exponentially to this foundational frequency shift. The moment of your incarnation set a time-released energetic charge deep within your soul's core, an energetic fuse tied to the fate of the planet. Now you are moving toward its ignition, your eventual awakening under the veil of forgetting, the precise moment you remember your origin, your true function, and the scope of your cosmic contract is not merely a psychological breakthrough. It is the cosmic event required for the Earth's final transition. Upon your conscious remembrance, the full, high-frequency energy of your starseed origin floods your physical and energetic bodies. This process is immediate and absolute. You must recognize this is the calculated, planned culmination of your descent. The flood, the moment the deep-seated confusion and loneliness of the volunteer lift the pure, unadulterated light that traveled with you from higher dimensions, the light that was sealed by the veil, is instantly released. This energy is exponentially potent because it has been compressed and contained within the density of a 3D body, much like a spring coiled tight against resistance. The sudden release of this compressed energy is what makes your awakening so crucial. A catalyst for the collective. This release acts as a powerful and unavoidable catalyst for the collective consciousness, forcing the vibrational frequency of the planet to accelerate. Your individual breakthrough translates instantly into a mass awakening factor. The planetary field, which the volunteers have been stabilizing, suddenly receives the final, necessary infusion of pure frequency required to push it past the critical threshold. You are the ignition point. Transmutation of density. You don't just clear your own density, you help transmute the collective's. The energy surging through you begins to dissolve the psychic sludge of fear, unresolved karma, and conflict that has historically trapped native Earth souls. Your body becomes a literal conduit for this powerful transmutation, taking the high-frequency light and channeling it through the lower dimensions to clean and clear the planetary pathways. This is the ultimate act of service, to willingly embody the shock of the transition. The resulting energetic burst is necessary to fully realize the planetary separation, an event that is unfolding now, creating two distinct vibrational realities. You are not just a participant. You are the mechanism that allows this bifurcation to occur. The energetic wedge. The high-frequency energy you anchor and release creates a distinct energetic wedge between the two potential timelines, the old, dense Earth and the ascended new Earth. This wedge is not a physical barrier, but a vibrational gap, making it impossible for souls operating at fundamentally different frequencies to occupy the same reality. Souls naturally gravitate toward the density that matches their own vibration and choices. The new Earth frequency. The new Earth operates in the 5D frequency of unity, peace, and unconditional love. The energy you carry is a match for this reality. By holding this vibration, you help solidify the new Earth's reality structure. Your successful spiritual journey is, therefore, inextricably linked to the fate of the planet, as your energetic anchoring is a necessary ingredient for the mass ascension of others. You create the energetic space for those souls who have chosen the higher path to step forward. The law of resonance. The old Earth remains entangled in 3D duality, continuing the cycles of karma and fear. The separation is not a judgment, but a function of universal law, resonance. You, as the volunteer, help stabilize the highest possible frequency so that the choice of resonance is clear for every soul. You do not coerce, you illuminate. You do not save, you anchor the safety of the new Earth so others may choose it. Your ability to recall that your consciousness predates this physical life is in itself a form of active service. This conscious knowing is a weapon against the illusion of separation, a homing beacon. The conscious knowing of your purpose acts as a homing beacon. By remembering who you are, a high-dimensional entity on a mission, you signal your status to other volunteers still trapped under the veil. This strengthens the entire energetic infrastructure connecting the widely dispersed starseeds and allowing their own internal energetic charge to activate. Integrating past lives. Your memory does not just recall your starseed origin. It helps integrate the wisdom of your non-physical existence. The Custodians revealed that you were chosen because you had either completed your lessons or never took on the Earth's density. This reservoir of transdimensional knowledge is what you bring to your mission. Your consciousness is not a blank slate. It is a library of cosmic solutions. You are the energy of the shift. You must internalize this truth. You are not simply waiting for the shift to happen. You are the shift. Your willingness to remember, to face the loneliness, the confusion, and the feeling of foreignness that are the scars of the volunteer is the final, crucial act of your cosmic contract. The role you chose is that of volunteer. A selfless, interior mission. Your mandate is to perform the only permissible solution to the Earth's peril. You are living your cosmic courage right now, anchoring the light necessary for planetary survival. You must understand that the advanced beings who initiated this plan, the Custodians, will not and cannot intervene directly. Their assistance comes through the subtle management of energy and information. Your commitment is to the arduous, painful process of incarnating into the density and overcoming the veil of forgetting. The difficulty you experience in your life is not random. It is the inevitable friction created when a highly evolved frequency interacts with a coarse, low vibration. Your simple act of choosing peace, seeking knowledge, and striving for a higher consciousness fulfills your contract. Your mission is one of subtle influence, achieved through your state of being rather than external doing. You are the living proof that the high vibration of the new earth can be sustained even within the confines of a physical body in the most challenging era of planetary history. We remember these volunteers as distinct yet unified in their mission to raise the frequency. Their collective action was calculated to provide an incremental energetic boost, a subtle wave that the Earth could handle without total global psychic collapse. The origins of these souls are far-reaching, spanning various star systems and dimensional planes, yet they share a common thread of highly evolved spirituality and lack of karmic debt to this planet. The first wave arrived, pioneers of consciousness, often in the mid to late 20th century. Their primary purpose was simply to exist, to survive the initial immersion, and to anchor a new high frequency. They experienced the greatest difficulty adjusting to the low, coarse vibration of the 3D reality. This manifests as a deep sense of confusion, a crippling loneliness, and often a profound lifelong desire to leave the planet, to return to a home they cannot consciously name. They are the shock troops of light. Their very survival in the density validated the mission, proving that the high frequency could be sustained here. Dolores Cannon's regressions reveal that many of the first wave struggled with depression, relationship difficulties, and a severe feeling of being fundamentally different, scars of their original high vibrational heritage. The second wave followed, possessing an even greater energetic capacity. Their purpose shifted from being to doing. They are the quiet energy workers, the healers, and the subtle conduits of light. They often transmit and generate high frequency without even realizing it, acting as energetic antenna for the collective. Their mission is not often found in grand public gestures, but in small, powerful acts of transmutation, shifting the energy of those in their immediate environment. Their profound sensitivity is their greatest asset and their greatest burden. They struggle with the constant energetic noise of the world, often leading them to be reclusive or antisocial, seeking solitude to shield themselves from the collective's low-frequency emotional bombardment. They are the energy batteries of the transition. The third wave, the indigos and crystals, represent the final, most potent infusion of light, arriving from the 1980s onward. They are the energetic accelerators, the new builders. They carry the purest light, designed to withstand the low density of this current time with greater ease. As the first and second waves cleared the initial density, they are often misdiagnosed or misunderstood because of their inherent incompatibility with outdated low-frequency systems.
Their power lies in their inability to accept the old broken systems, forcing innovation and systemic change simply through their inherent incompatible vibration with the status quo. They embody the frequency of the new earth in their very molecular structure. You chose to be born now to participate in this final critical deployment of energy, knowing that the most intense phase of the planetary shift is imminent.
For a high-frequency volunteer, this forgetting is a willing, monumental sacrifice. You chose to come to Earth knowing you would experience the shock of low vibration and the acute pain of feeling eternally disconnected from your source. This descent into density is precisely what allows your soul to become an effective, powerful frequency anchor for the planet. The very depth of your displacement serves a universal purpose. The shock of density, you recall the reports from the deepest hypnotic states. The process of molecularly lowering your vibration to match the 3D realm is physically described as painful. This pain is not punitive. It is the friction of pure energy entering a heavy field. You absorbed this shock on behalf of the collective. The scar of the outsider, the persistent feeling of being an outsider, an observer in your own life, is the inevitable scar of the volunteer. It is the longing of the soul straining to remember its celestial home, a symptom of the high-frequency energy attempting to resonate within a dense vessel. You are not meant to feel at home here yet, for your true home is the vibration you came to establish. The paradox of action, the paradox of your mission is revealed. The mere act of surviving the shock of this physical plane, of reigniting your light under the dense veil, is what fights the karmic trap and fulfills the cosmic contract. The process of personal awakening is in itself the mission. The deepest records brought forth in the trance sessions of Dolores canon reveal that the intense scrutiny of the Custodians, their monitoring, the instances of genetic sampling, and the seemingly clinical examinations of abductees is ultimately benevolent. Their actions are aimed at preserving the human species from its own self-destruction and preparing the physical body for the shift. They are your caretakers, engaged in a multi-millennia project that transcends human time. They are fundamentally interested in the survival and evolution of the human form, focusing on 3 core areas. Genetic perfection. They are working to undo the damage of disease introduced long ago, such as the meteor event that brought foreign organisms and evolving the body to be capable of fantastic feats with minimal physical affliction. This work aligns with the original Keeper of the Garden project, attempting to restore humanity to its intended perfect, disease-free state. They perform necessary genetic manipulation and share new medical procedures to achieve this. Vibrational adjustment. You are part of the ongoing project to ensure the human body can withstand the rapidly increasing planetary frequency, the shift into 5D, without suffering psychosis or physical collapse. The implants and testing devices, often perceived with fear, are sometimes benign instruments designed for time-release healing and adaptation to higher vibrations, serving as sophisticated time-release health patches. Survival. They are preserving a pure, disease-free seed stock of the human species in case the earth chose the path of total destruction. This ensures the survival of the essence of humanity for the new earth, a project of vital importance for the galaxy. The Custodians view this as insurance against humanity's self-inflicted chaos. The purpose of your power: integrating light and service. Your soul chose this time to be part of the final great wave of custodianship, not from above, but from within the density. Your function is to integrate the high-frequency light into your life, ensuring the species that the great plan sought to save can survive this necessary transition into the new earth. Your simple presence, your inner peace, and your awakened curiosity are the highest forms of service. You are a living conduit for the new earth energy, performing a selfless act of energetic balance on behalf of the greater whole. Our soul chose this time to be part of the final great wave of custodianship, not from above, but from within the density. Your function is to integrate the high-frequency light into your life, ensuring the species that the great plan sought to save can survive this necessary transition into the new earth. Your simple presence, your inner peace, and your awakened curiosity are the highest forms of service. You are a living conduit for the new earth energy, performing a selfless act of energetic balance on behalf of the greater whole. You are now activating the final stage of your cosmic contract, understanding the sheer, quiet power of your incarnation. You stand at the threshold of ultimate realization. The truth of your existence here is simple yet staggering. Your presence on earth right now is not about what you do, but about who you are. This core identity, the light you carry, is your mechanism of change.
You are a frequency anchor. This is the highest truth of the volunteer pact. When you choose compassion, peace, and love, when you simply choose the highest vibration available to you in any moment, you are fulfilling your cosmic contract. That choice does not end within your own energetic field. It acts as a steady, powerful beacon, instantaneously broadcasting the new Earth frequency into the collective consciousness. Imagine your soul as a massive, powerful transmitter and your daily life as the volume control. Every deliberate move away from fear, every moment of genuine inner peace amplifies the signal that permeates the dense psychic field of the planet. You are the change agent who forces the world around you to rise to your level, making the choice of ascension easier for the native Earth souls who are currently caught in the cycle of heavy karma. This is the quiet, decentralized power of the volunteer. A power achieved through being, not through overt, loud action. The very essence of your being is the tool of the shift. This is why the Custodians were so meticulous in preserving the integrity of the volunteer souls, knowing that the highest vibration entities were needed for this task. Your core mission is not a complex set of rituals or a series of massive public deeds. It is the unwavering internal commitment to maintain a frequency of unity and unconditional love that counteracts the density of the 3D world.
The internal struggle you feel, the constant subtle battle against negativity, the aversion to the world's chaos, the feeling of being profoundly foreign is not a personal flaw. It is the necessary friction between your true high-frequency self and the low-density you agreed to embody. That friction is precisely what generates the enormous energetic impulse required for the shift. The shock of re-entry. You are remembering the psychic shock that occurred when your highly evolved consciousness lowered its vibration to enter the physical body and pass through the veil of forgetting. That initial trauma leaves the scar of the volunteer, the feeling of displacement that haunts your existence. This disconnection is painful, but it is the energy that fuels your purpose. Molecular adjustment. The advanced state of your soul energy constantly interacts with your physical body at a cellular, molecular level, forcing an adjustment. This causes physical side effects reported through the trance sessions as dizziness, heat fluctuations, or temporary physical anomalies. These are not signs of illness. They are evidence that your body is physically responding to the high frequency charge it must contain, making it a viable anchor for the new earth frequency. The source of loneliness. Your profound sense of loneliness is the natural echo of your origin. You came from realms of total unity and telepathic connection. The separation and silence of the 3D world are a heavy burden, but the act of enduring this separation while still choosing love and light is what proves the strength of the new frequency to the cosmos.
The unavoidable awakening, the soul's timing. The time for your final, complete awakening is fixed, tied not to a calendar date, but to the spiritual ripeness of the collective. You were placed in this timeline at this moment of acceleration because your breakthrough is non-negotiable for the greater project. The internal signal. You will recognize your own awakening because it is not merely intellectual. It is an infusion of energy that bypasses the ego and goes directly to the heart. This knowledge is felt, not learned. It is a sudden, absolute conviction that your purpose is real and your mission is active. The mission of being. Your true work is achieved by being the change you wish to see. Every time you choose peace over conflict, you are not just managing your life, you are executing your cosmic contract and ensuring the planet's transition. Your successful navigation through life's trials, despite the deep internal friction, is the living testament to the efficacy of the new earth frequency. Protection of the light. The very process of your service is shielded. The non-physical entities or custodians are monitoring your energy field to prevent hostile, lower vibration interference. You are protected because your mission is vital. You are an essential part of the Triangle Project, a complex strategic operation involving the conscious placement of volunteers on the planet to stabilize the necessary ley lines of human connection.
You chose to be here knowing the immensity of the task to integrate the high frequency light into your life, ensuring the species that the great plan sought to save can survive this necessary transition into the new earth. Your simple presence, your inner peace, and your awakened curiosity are the highest forms of service. This memory transmission is your final reminder. Reflect, remember, awaken. Your conscious knowing is the signal the planet is waiting for. You chose to be here, knowing the immensity of the task, to integrate the high-frequency light into your life, ensuring the species that the great plan sought to save can survive this necessary transition into the new earth. Your simple presence, your inner peace, and your awakened curiosity are the highest forms of service. This memory transmission is your final reminder. Reflect, remember, awaken. Your conscious knowing is the signal the planet is waiting for. Don't forget to subscribe and push the bell button. Stay tuned for our next transmission.